Question. Did you get into ministry because math was your favorite subject? Some of you are probably saying, yes, math, I love math, best subject ever, I love that so much. Awesome, good for you. Maybe I was alone in this, but math was not my strong point. The very first argument I ever remember having with my dad, who's a civil engineer and who loves math, was over long division. I remember it clearly. I was in the 4th grade and I was bawling because I was so sad about having to do these math problems. So to put it plainly, math is not my strong point. All that to say, just exactly how successful do you think you would be if you were to sit me down and say, Natalie, just for fun today, we are going to do rocket science. And it's going to be great. There's going to be so many numbers and there's going to be long calculus and proofs, and because this would probably be my reaction. Essentially, you're going to get the stare of death because I don't like math. Now I'm getting mad at you. First, you assault me with math, and then you demand that I take my hard-earned money and my hard-earned time in order to give it to you for this math problem, this rocket science problem. Why in the world would that motivate me, and why would that motivate the hundreds of thousands of people like me to get behind such a project? Because now we're just all mad. How do you phrase something that gets people like me, who hate math and rocket science, excited about a rocket project idea? Now, that was the exact dilemma that was facing a young 43-year-old man. He had an idea. It was a world-changing idea, an exciting idea. But in order to fund his idea, in order to recruit the team of people that he needed to make this idea possible, he needed to literally boil down rocket science in a way that would touch the minds and the hearts of literally millions of people. And that's how President John F. Kennedy ended up making one of the most simple and impactful vision statements that the world has ever seen.
First, I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
Now, in case you didn't catch what just happened in that little clip, Kennedy managed to not only boil down rocket science, to literally recruit hundreds of thousands of people and companies to get behind this initiative. He also managed to toss in a little bit of political collateral for the Cold War and raised $1.8 billion in a statement that was only 18 words long. That is the power of identifying the vision for your ministry. Vision gets people excited. It has the power to help people donate hundreds, thousands, millions of dollars to get behind projects. It has the power to motivate people to sacrifice their entire lives with all of their talents, their gifts, and their time in order to see that vision be accomplished. That is what vision can accomplish, and that's why you need to set vision for your ministry. Now, if you've been following this vlog, you know that we've now talked about core values, we talked about mission statements, and we've talked about target markets or the group of people that you serve. This last part, this vision statement, is one of the last components for really having a solid foundation for building a ministry that lasts. This is what vision does. It answers this question. How will the world look different when your mission is accomplished? Vision statements need to paint a picture. It needs to give a tangible end result that people can see as a result of their work. For instance, another very famous vision statement comes from Henry Ford. I will build a motor car for the multitude. It shall be large enough for the family, but small enough for the unskilled individual to operate easily and care for. And it shall be light in weight, and it may be economical in maintenance. It will be built of honest materials by the best workmen that money can hire after the simplest designs that modern engineering can devise. But it shall be
so low in price that the man of moderate means may own one and enjoy with his family the blessings of happy hours spent in God's great open spaces.
Now, regardless of what you think of Henry Ford as a person, that statement, that vision of his, changed the world forever. And it painted such a clear and compelling vision that he was able to communicate it not only to the highest level of his executive team, but the humblest, lowest level factory worker was able to see and what a world without the horse and buggy would look like. A drunk on the street walking by and picking up a newspaper reading that statement could envision it. That's what good vision statements do. Now, at this point, I really hope you're getting excited because a lot of you are working so hard and you're pouring such long hours and so much time into the work and the ministry that you do. What are you working so hard for? How is the world going to look different when you and your team are done following the call that God has placed on your heart? How are people's lives going to change? What are they going to think? What are they going to feel? What are they going to be able to do because of this mission? What are their eternities going to look like because of the mission that God has given to you? These are exciting questions. And the thing is with vision statements, they're not just for the secular world, they're for ministry too. In fact, Jesus himself gave us a really awesome vision statement. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. Now, here's a fun thought. I am taping this vlog from Southern Oregon, which is about halfway between Judea. I couldn't get closer to across the world from where Jesus spoke that statement unless I were to go swimming in the Pacific Ocean. Right now, it's so exciting. Jesus' vision statement has come true, that we would be proclaiming his love and his truth and his gospel all the way to the very ends of the earth from where he was speaking that phrase at that very moment. Vision statements catch people on fire, they get excited, and they start moving harder and faster towards that goal because of that excitement. And ministries today are using vision statements in order to inspire their people. I really like Homeboy Industries' mission/vision statement, and this is how theirs it goes. Homeboy Industries provides hope, training, and support to formerly gang-involved and previously incarcerated men and women, allowing them to redirect their lives and become contributing members of our community. Now, you can see very clearly in this statement what Homeboy Industries does. They provide hope, training, and support. That's their mission. They identify their target market, formerly involved gang members and previously incarcerated men and women. And their vision statement is allowing them to redirect their lives and become contributing members of our community. Boom! They killed it! That statement gives a clear and compelling vision of exactly what they do, who they do it for, and what their goal is in the mission. You can see and picture what a previously incarcerated man or woman becoming a contributing member of society looks like in that statement. And I bet you can see and imagine how an individual's life would change because of the resources that they're talking about in that mission. So this is what I encourage you to do. Sit down, pray, start dreaming, because we serve an infinite and beautiful God, and he's not held back by the boundaries of our own minds or ideas. Like, he's calling you to something great. What is that vision? What are you working so hard for? How is the world going to look different when your mission is done? Tell us below. Comment below, like us on Facebook, subscribe to YouTube, and in the meantime, thank you for everything you do. Go get them. You're doing great work. See you next week.